I'm Eugene Tukei Olupot, and the tech startup is called REAL EVR. Background started from back in 2015 when I did a bit of architecture. That's from Nkozi University. But along the way, the passion for architecture changed and developed a habit for taking pictures, something that grew up within me, and I took chance exploring what I can do. So with that being said, I went into venturing, adding places onto Google Maps, and I happened to win myself an award as a Google Trusted Photographer. But that made me shift my passion in terms of what I want to achieve. So I asked myself this question that with pictures, what can I use them for? How can I make money off them? So the pictures are what led me to start adding places onto Google Maps, where the passion developed from. But later along the way, I noticed that money is what matters to some extent. So how to make money came into the perspective, which led me to change course. Parents were really disappointed, but yeah, I gave it another shot in 2019, and I happened to register at Moves for procurement, which they did give me by chance. And yeah, as I studied procurement, I looked into how to officiate what I'm doing as a business, which is what led me to go here, there, try different things. And the interesting thing I found interesting of how to use pictures is the fact that you can take a 360 picture, whereby it represents what you see, whereby if you pan up, you see the clouds, you pan down, you see the ground. So having those pictures around me made me think that they are worth more than what they seem, which made me start venturing into virtual tours. And the virtual tours are what led me into VR. That's where the company name comes from, REAL EVR. For starters, the product is a service which dwells around use of VR. And the thing that really drove the passion came from real estate. The fact that I was already doing architecture and with a passion for pictures and a passion for animation, a bit of it, it led me to look into how to use that to my advantage, and that's where the VR aspect came in. By VR, I'm looking at virtual tours. Apparently, a virtual tour is more of a 360 panel that is put together with others, and then you create the tour. I know you may be confused, but it's something you look out for. So the virtual tours that we were creating, we looked at them as a way of helping people navigate properties or places through their phone, minus actually being there. So looking at the real estate market, we thought to ourselves that this could be a good idea. Being able to provide someone with the capability to view a house entirely, minus actually being there. So we looked into how that is done different from how it was being done, and we noticed that most times people sell properties using flat pictures. That's what you see on social media platforms, you see on people's websites. And we noticed with time that sometimes people found less confidence in those pictures because of things like Photoshop, Illustrator. People kind of mimic these pictures and easily transform them. Because I heard of a story whereby one of the clients of a brokerage firm was interested in buying a property, and she was from Saudi Arabia. So this person asked the broker for a property. The person sends the pictures, the flat pictures. So the person's like, yeah, I'm interested, I like this one. So what the broker did actually was they sent the person pictures of a different property and missing out some of the edits. Because when someone's taking pictures, they focus on the good. They don't show you the entire picture. So taking advantage of what virtual reality or virtual tours or what we do does is that it with the capability of seeing everything in its entirety, the client that you sell to this property should be able to be aware of everything that the property entails. For instance, things with bathrooms. Ladies are often, really strict about that, and they need attention to detail. But that's something most properties, when they're selling, they ignore. or the angle they take the picture from is not so clear. But now with the 360 picture, you can be able to see the entire surrounding of what the bathroom is like. So taking advantage of that, we are trying to bridge the space between people selling properties and then the people buying properties, with adding the element of trust, because we are looking at giving people what they see, buying into what they are seeing, as opposed to being duped into what's not available on site. Validating the idea came out from try and error and experiencing with what different applications do, because in the middle there, I think I forgot to mention, I happened to work for a company called Buloka. They're also doing something into the real estate realm, but me, I was just taking, I approached them with the view that I wanted to revolutionize how pictures are taken, the 360 pictures. But at that point, they were still about the flat pictures. So I was like, let me learn as, move on. But the thing I noticed was people picked interest in the use of 360 pictures, which is where the virtual tours come in. But in Uganda, they felt it's something that we may not be able to attain, or it's expensive to come upon. So I also did my research, was able to see what equipments I needed, and that's when my journey started. So taking these pictures, show them to clients, getting feedback, and then seeing people's reaction is what made me believe that the idea was on the right track. And what also gave me goosebumps is when I noticed the metaverse using 360 virtual tours to illustrate properties on Zillow. That also gave me a heads up that yes, I'm on the right track, because where we're going, VR, AR, AI are going to be blended into the metaverse. So preparing for the metaverse by creating the 3D interaction spaces through virtual tours, I believe I'm ready for the future, but of course the struggle still continues, trying to tell people what we do. At the moment, the product is still changing, the service is still changing, because we are trying to diversify as well, because we notice the potential is not only in real estate, but also in tourism and also online shopping. For those that may be curious, you can look at Amazon Beyond. It has an aspect of how they can use VR into online shopping. And then those wondering how we shall be using it in tourism, you can look at the Louvre Museum that's in France, where someone is able to probably move through the artifacts and see what they're all about just on your phone. And then with real estate, you can look at Zillow.com. That's how they also use our idea. But in other words, I would say it's just interesting that at the moment we're selling the concept, at the same time trying to try the idea and concept, or the product, the service. So at the moment, the fact that people do not know much about it, we have decided to take it upon ourselves to create a platform onto which we shall onboard clients strictly selling properties in VR. We have some clients who have tried dealing with, but because the platform is still in conception level and is soon yet to be exhibited, the clients register with us. We go to the field, or we go to their property, have 360 pictures taken, and then edit and put it online. The recent client that most of you may know is VAR Real Estate. We had something done for them, but unfortunately, we're still in the process of validating the product for them. The biggest challenge so far is the fact that people take long to adopt, and the fact that whenever change comes, it changes everything in terms of disruption. You may find a broker doing selling of properties old school, liking it like that. But then we come with a new way of helping them sell properties, because it's ideally like having a property you're selling. You cannot carry it to wherever you go. But on your phone, if you have a visual representation of it in 3D and dimension that someone can relate with, that's the simplest way you can easily sell, because it helps you. So people adopting to the use of the technology, and also understanding its benefits long term in preparation for also the metaverse, is something that it's hard for them to see, but I believe for those that understand, you'll be able to see. And the beauty about it is it expands out into the entire globe network. Not only Africa, not only Uganda, but also Europe and other continents. I think Ugandans are a bit ready and not ready for the product because of rate of adoption. However, the way we intend to penetrate the market is what matters in terms of how they adopt the technology. Because looking at the application cases, there are quite many, and we're going to try venturing into them as we boost our products or our services. Because imagine a situation whereby someone on Jumia, yeah, is shopping. All they do is swipe, swipe, swipe. When it comes to the challenge, the quiz, or the game they put onto the app, whereby if you search for something and then you get it, you win something. Yeah. So we're trying to also change how that aspect is done, because we want to make it more interactive. Make it more interactive for people to use. And the thing with time is we're trying to set up strategies in line with achieving our vision, so that we're able to blend into the metaverse. Because the metaverse, if you notice, has more 3D designed media forms. Yeah. But now here, what I'm trying to provide is someone being able to have their online platform, their shopping shop, whereby someone can be able to move through and then relate with what they see, as opposed to thinking it's fiction. Yeah. So all this that will be collected and put within our platform will then be moved to the metaverse, so that it's not only for Ugandans to interact with, but also people over the globe. The vision for the company is quite big, so I wouldn't say it's something that can be done in 5 years, because, okay, let me give you a scenario, yeah, for the person watching. Imagine you are able to have your own movie made for you in VR. I know it's something you have not thought of, but let me give you items that can make it happen or come to reality. You see how TikTok is? Every time someone is recording a video from third-person perspective, capturing memories for other people, but hardly for yourself. But now with the Ray-Bans that are out, yeah, with Meta, imagine someone is putting them on and is able to capture what they see, at the same time living in the moment. So all this content captured, the same way you see TikTok profiling you, Google Photos profiling you, and they send out memories, remember this day, remember that. But now if it's possible for you to relive it as a feature from the Meta Ray-Bans, it would change your mind, it would blow your mind. So here we're capturing memories, but in VR from first-person perspective, meaning you can be able to relive your life through memories by seeing exactly what you are seeing in that moment as a memory. What do you think about that? Crazy. But for the next 5 years, we're just going to try building with what we have, getting these platforms up and running, getting people into the VR shopping experience, and as well convincing the brokers to change their way of selling properties. Here at the Innovation Hub, we have a number of companies, and one of them is Rent Better. The way they do their thing is fascinating, yes, but then if at all, also their brokers are able to dive into how we can use this technology to merge and let the brokers have that element of telling the people that they're selling to the exact thing and showing them what it looks like, minus taking them there. Because people complain that this broker wants 50,000, they take you to the wrong properties, and then after that you don't get what you want. But then here, if at all you're able to see all these properties off your platform, it would help. But it comes down to the mindset, changing the mindset. I would like to thank the government of Uganda through the Minister of ICT at the National Innovation Hub that has given me chance, an opportunity to express myself at the hub, take on my idea, change it, grow with it, despite the fact that I came in late because I hardly knew about it. But with the right information, the right goal, the right resources that they are provided, we're on the right track. And I recommend that for those out there that do not know where to start from, start with your idea and come to the hub. Someone will help you. My name is Eugene Tukei Olupot, founder of REAL EVR, located at the National ICT Innovation Hub. You can find us online at realevr.com, or you can Google on any platform, REAL EVR. You'll be able to see us even on the maps. You'll get the location, you'll get the contact details, and my number is 0702 742 333, 0771 891 323. You can contact us on that, but nice to meet you.